Hi gorgeous! Today I'm showing you an application demo and giving you a full review for 5 new makeup brushes that Maybelline has recently released. If this is the first video you've seen from me, welcome! Please subscribe and you'll always be notified of new videos like this in the future. I'll be showing you an up-close application demo with each of these. Like I mentioned, I'll give you my first impressions, final thoughts on these, and I'll let you know. Are they worth getting or not? First Maybelline brush that I'm going to use here is their shadow brush. This is shaped a lot differently than any other shadow brushes that I have. It's very fluffy and it has a contoured tip, as you can see there. I'm doing a rather neutral eye today. I'm starting out with the Steely Style Pressed Pigment in the shade Latte, and I'm going to apply this in the crease. I'm testing out a liquid lipstick today from CoverGirl, and kind of need to keep the eyes neutral so it doesn't compete too much with the lipstick, because the lipstick is really dark. Well, this is a very interesting brush. I'm using it first in the crease here, like you can see. And yeah, it's hard to maneuver, but it does deposit the color directly into the crease. I'm gonna wipe that brush off on a paper towel that I'm using here. And the next shade I'm using from Steely Style, okay, let's try that again, shall we? Pick it up carefully. Is another pressed pigment from Steely Style, and this is in the shade Toasted Marshmallow. And what I'm going to attempt to do is take this on the flat side of the brush. I don't know how well this is gonna work, and apply it on the lid. So I'm using a different side of the brush. It's actually not bad. I'm going to attempt to use this brush on the outer V. I don't know how this is gonna play out, but we're gonna have some fun with it. I'm taking the shade Double Shot. This is another Steely Style Pressed Pigment. Well, it's pretty interesting when you use it on the outer V. And if you use the edge here and blend it up, that's the way I did it on the other eye over there. And then just keep reapplying it, relying on the shape of the brush to work for you. The shape of this threw me off initially, but as I used it during application, I liked how you could turn it and get a different effect from the bristles of the brush. They are extremely soft, by the way, so it's not scratchy against the skin surface at all. I did like how easily it allowed you to work in the outer V, because you can use the bristles right here, the straight edge, to create your line and then blend it back into the eye. You have got to be kidding me. When I went to the store to buy these brushes, I could have sworn I bought the foundation brush. Nope, I bought 2 powder brushes. I need to go back down to Walmart and get that foundation brush. I don't have time to do it today, I'll have to do it tonight. So here's what I'm going to do. Continue using the brushes that I do have, and at the end, I'm gonna add in the clip of using the foundation brush that I'm buying tomorrow. So my makeup will look different, but at least you'll get to see that brush in action. Moving on to the concealer brush, I am going to apply some of my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I am running out of this stuff. I need to get more. I should put that on my list when I go to Walmart later tonight. This is what the concealer brush looks like. It's a small, flat brush with a pointed tip to it. And I am going to take that and tap it underneath the eye to blend the product in. The bristles are very soft. It's rather small though. I mean, I feel like if I were going to be using this brush, it would take me forever. I could cover so much more area with a bigger brush, a makeup sponge. I don't know, I'm not really a big fan of using brushes on my under eye area simply because I feel like a sponge does a much better job at making everything look smooth and flawless, where you can still see tiny brush marks. If you're watching this in HD, God bless you, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about right here. for the powder brush, which I have 2 of. All I can say is that it better be good for me to have 2. I'm using the CoverGirl Outlast powder to set everything. This is another one I need to put on my Walmart list. Big hole. And I'm going to set the face. You know what I like about this powder brush already is that it has an angled tip to it, like that. So it allows you to get under the eyes fairly easily, around the nose. Next, I'm taking the contour brush, and that's what it looks like up close. It has a nice curved shape here with a little indentation. It's very similar in shape to the eyeshadow brush that I used in the beginning of this tutorial. Very similar there. I am going to use this with the Rimmel bronzer. This is number 21 Sunlight. I had 2 of these and I dropped one the other day. We have nothing but tile in our house and it went everywhere, shattered completely. And it wasn't worth saving because it was all over the place. Thank goodness I had a backup because I love this stuff. Okay, I'm gonna start up here at the top and woo. Oh, whoa. That's awesome. Let's do that again. That was a lot of fun. Okay, you ready? You ready? Here we go, here we go. Ooh. And then I'm gonna use the brush here to blend it. It's a pretty good brush, but you can see it gets out of control very fast, so you have to keep a close handle on it. Overall, like you saw, it was real easy to apply the contour. I think that was the most fun I've had with a brush in a while. And even easier to blend the product into the skin. And the results are nice for the price point. Haha! I got the foundation brush. Okay, so this is what the foundation brush looks like. It's flat on top, and it's really hard for me to show you this. I'm hoping it'll come across on camera here. It actually has an indentation in here, in the bristles. So as you can see, my finger goes down into the brush itself. I'm going to be using the Steely Style Beautifully Balanced foundation for this application. The bristles are not scratchy at all. They're soft, just like the other Maybelline brushes I've used so far in this video. I'm using the brush to stipple the foundation in, which is basically making tiny dots on the surface of the skin until those dots blend together to form the big picture. This is a really nice foundation, by the way, so knowing that already, I'll really be able to tell how this brush performs. And those are the final results using the foundation brush from Maybelline. I'm not going to do this side of my face because I don't like how this side came out. Ugh. Look closely at my skin, you can see the foundation isn't blended in. It has a very patchy look to the skin. It doesn't look even or natural for that matter, and I didn't like the brush. I don't like the final results. Would I use this in the future for foundation application? Absolutely not. I don't care for it one bit. Final thoughts on these brushes. I really did like the eyeshadow brush for outer V work, and I feel like it really simplified the process, especially if you're beginning in makeup. It's a great brush for that method of application, and I would absolutely continue to use it like that well into the future. The concealer brush for me was a miss for a couple different reasons. I didn't like the final application results with it. I felt like the makeup was patchy underneath my eyes with it, and it also took a long time to blend the makeup underneath my eyes, and I feel like I could get quicker results with a makeup sponge as opposed to the concealer brush, so I don't really recommend it for those reasons alone. The foundation brush, oh, just terrible, terrible application, and the foundation looked patchy, uneven. I didn't like the results with it, and I would honestly reach more for a makeup sponge in the future rather than use that brush again. The powder brush, really, really liked it. I liked how it applied the powder. It blended it seamlessly onto the skin. And after looking at the powder brush again, it's also a brush that I have used since then for applying blush. And it does apply blush nicely on the apples of the cheek. So dual kind of purpose blush brush there, if you will. Definitely worth looking into. The contour brush was a lot of fun to use. You know, I don't contour that much, but if I did, I would say it's absolutely a great brush for applying contour and worth looking into. So if you've been considering these new brushes from Maybelline, or if you had questions on them, I do hope that you found this video helpful. Please subscribe so you'll always be notified of new videos like this in the future, and let me know what you thought about these brushes based off of today's video, or if you have picked them up yourself. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.